Hey, bud. What's up, man?
Not much. Just been watching a bit of the ACL.
Yeah, I'm watching right now. Uh, I believe that it is the juniors challenger bracket to get into the pro bracket for Worlds. But then again, I guess it could be women's challenger bracket, but they look young, so I want to stay up tonight. I doubt I do it because it's fucking late, but I want to stay up and watch the International Invitational.
Yeah.
Obviously, because our fellow European brethren and sister will be playing in that.
So, who are you pulling for? The Europeans or the Americans?
Well, it's not just Americans versus Europeans, is it?
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure the bracket on the right hand had some other people in it. Let's have a look. I thought I'd seen some other people, but give me a second. Doop de doop de doop.
Well, yeah,
There it is. No, it is. Yeah, you're right. But we do have EJ and Woody playing on the American side of that, which is really cool, man, that they get an opportunity to go from here where, they're not in the States playing ACL all the time and being able to earn points out there. So they get to come from here and go over and play. And I think that's really cool. I can't say I'm rooting for one or the other, man. I really can't. I don't know Simon Dallaire. So I'm kind of rooting for Roman in that. And I know Loris, but I also know EJ, so I'm kind of torn on that one. So it's one of those things, man. It's kind of a weird one. I just hope that it's good and competitive.
Yeah.
I just don't want to see the Americans that we don't know that are playing in it just run away with it. If that makes sense.
Yeah. You want the Europeans to show that we are actually competitive at this sport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That it's not just a joke out here, man. We're working hard.
Yeah.
So
that's this weekend's corner, and then we had plenty last week as well. We've not been short of stuff to watch.
We have not. We have not. And I tried to watch as much ACO as I could. Started learning about some different players and stuff like that. So that was kind of cool. I really liked I watched a lot of the skins challenge.
Yeah, that was cool.
And I like the skins format, man. We'll do that sometimes at club night. We'll just have a skins format. Me and JC will play quite often, just do skins. I'm a real big fan of that, and I think it's a fun thing. I wish it wasn't just a ACO thing. I wish we could kind of implement it in ACL as well, because I think it'd be a fun little thing to do at some of these tournaments. Like instead of doing a blind draw, do a skins tournament instead.
Well,
because like
maybe
you get
it's something we can speak to Ton about, like on that
World
Cup
sorry.
day.
When I said that, I don't mean like the normal blind draw, but I mean like when we do, when we do our sit and go blind draws.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah,
so like when they do the sit and goes, like on that World Cup day for everybody else, like maybe like do a skins one as well, type thing. So maybe that's a conversation for somebody to try and have with Ton or someone.
Because it's you only
or even me and you, we just set one up on the side somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'd find a couple of people who are down to play it.
Yeah, man. Because you'd still just all you gotta do is still do a entry fee, and then just pay out.
We can all set up a single limb bracket easy enough.
Yeah.
Something. You score holier at an ACL event.
Well, you can set up side things on.
Yeah.
We just have to keep track of it, kind of, I guess.
Yeah. Oh. So we'll get into last weekend then.
Sure.
So the full week of action, really. So the Monday they had that state slider cup that Kim was on about, and it was the first of a few for her.
Yep. Alabama took it down, so she won that one.
So believe that's back to back.
I believe so, yeah.
But won the inaugural one last year, and then they defended the title, so that was pretty cool. And then Tuesday was all the player of the season games that had to be played, and then she did it again.
Yeah, she took down women's
for the first time. Yeah,
player of the year.
Haven't had a third and then a second. So
she earned she earned that green jersey for that one for sure.
And
it was a good match.
And as we know from speaking to her, that was one that she was hoping for. So maybe there's something in this with guests coming on the podcast that they seem to go and do well at a tournament.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves because she might not think she did as well as we do.
Yeah.
But it was nice to see her win that. I know that was a big deal. Getting that green jersey for her was a big, big deal, and I like seeing that. I was super stoked for her.
And then the juniors was Chase Hollis. Seniors, Daryl Macon. Singles was Isaac Hurt. I don't believe he had to play match for that one. I think he just got that out right. Like, I don't think he was tied, was he? I don't remember seeing the game unless I missed it.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think he was just the player of the year.
Yeah. And then co-ed was Brandon Lacewell and Lisa Hill. And then doubles was...
Which they did have to play for that one.
Yeah. Yeah. And then doubles, again, that was a game that had to be played against the Hurt brothers, I believe. And that was won by Colby Baskin and Zach Dawson.
Yep.
So they're your green jersey winners. And then we had the doubles results. So co-ed was Kelsey Turner and Dow Macon. Senior doubles was Bruce Lalonde. I don't know how to pronounce that. And Tony Pina. Junior doubles, Lonnie Campos and Chris Norris. And then women's doubles was Kim Jackson again, so getting another one, and McKenna Kopp. And that was an interesting throw to see.
Hey, she told us before it was an interesting throw.
Yeah.
And she was not kidding, guys. I was watching it and thought, oh my goodness, man.
It worked.
Yeah, it works for her. It does work for her for sure. So yeah, and they were able to avoid the double dip. Because that was and it was close.
Yeah.
You know, and because Kim threw against Maggie Geiger. And we're gonna hear more about her soon too. But yeah, man, it was a tough match. But again, congrats, another world's trophy.
Another one to the collection. And then on to singles, just mentioned it. Maggie Geiger won the women's one there.
Yeah, and so I talked to Kim because Kim went 2-0 in that, which was very uncharacteristic. But I talked to her and she said that, man, after the Geiger match, she was like, "Hey, I got to get my head in this because I'm just kind of out of it." And I spoke to her a bit, and she thinks that having to play Maggie twice in the women's doubles back to back, and it was super tight between her and her. Her and Maggie on their end of the boards were really close. 12s and 10s, 12s and 10s, 10s and 10s, 12s and 12s. So it was like super, super tight. And I think she kind of struggled with that. And then who does she have to face when she goes down into the loser's bracket? None other than McKenna Cope, her doubles partner. And that was a really close match. Like really close. 21-19 and a difference of like 0.08 in PPR.
Yeah.
So I mean like super, super close match. So that was her day done. And I know she was very disappointed. I kind of left her be.
Yeah.
Told her we were still proud of her and that she's still awesome. But yeah, I kind of left her be with that one. Because that's probably gonna sting for a bit.
Yeah. I mean, I know that's one that she obviously really, really wants more than the others, but just to be part of the Alabama team, retaining the slider, finally getting that green jersey for the Player of the Year, and then another doubles title. So overall, I know, like you say, she probably will be a little bit disappointed because of the singles, but that's still a successful Worlds.
For sure, man. For sure. I didn't see who was the co-ed team of the year. I know who won co-eds, but who was the co-ed
Brandon
team
Lacewell and Lisa Hill.
Okay. They won it, or they were.
I believe it was another play one. Obviously with it being on all week and then
or not
all
co-ed.
the commitments throughout the
blind.
week.
I meant blind anyway, but yeah.
Oh well, I've not actually got that.
Yeah, I couldn't. It's so hard to find, man. That's the only thing that I kind of had fault ACO a bit in. To go get into these results, we had to go back and look through every bracket from Worlds trying to figure it out instead of just having results posted. So that was a bit odd.
Other singles results. I mean, the seniors was Scott Swenson and juniors was Lonnie Campos. And then your king of cornhole was Sebastian Barger.
Yeah, he threw well all week.
Yeah.
Like everything I saw him throw in, he just threw really well. I saw him throw in the skins matches. I saw him throw a couple in the singles. He just threw really well all weekend.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I do need to go back and watch that with it being a kids' weekend. Didn't get to watch as much Saturday as I'd like to, so but when I've got some spare time between the ACO stuff and that, I'm going to go back and watch some of these bigger games.
For sure.
And then did we do doubles final? Scott Ball and Gavin Kirk as well.
Nice.
So that was thing. I mean,
I think it's just odd to not. I mean, yeah, we know that Caleb got Player of the Year. It was Caleb, right? Not Isaac.
No, it was Isaac.
Oh, Isaac got. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
but I think it's just kind of a strange one. Outside of that, not hearing their name in any of the other stuff.
Yeah.
Because we're used to hearing about the Hurt brothers.
Yeah.
Taking shit down, and they, but it goes to show that, hey, when you're that good, you got a target on your back, and people are coming at you with their best stuff, and the guys out there are capable of doing it, man.
Sure.
And then a big shout out to Craig.
Yeah, Craig Smith.
I mean, I know it's not. I'm pretty positive that he probably didn't get all the results he wanted, but it was an opportunity for him to go out there and play, and he didn't play bad. He just coming up against some real good competition.
Yeah, but that's going to help make him a better player. Like we've said before on the pod, to get better, you need to play better players. So
for sure,
going out there playing these guys who are consistently like high nines over a tournament, and like have games in the 11, comfortably in the 11s and that's only going to help him become a better player. Spending all week playing these higher level players.
For sure, man. For sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was super stoked for him. I really was.
And this week, it doesn't stop.
Sure doesn't, man.
We've not even had a day's break before there's more cornhole action for us.
I know. So this week we got ACL Worlds. And obviously, like we said, we got some guys over from Europe out there playing. And I'm really hoping that they do well. I want to see Roman win some matches and do really well in singles and EJ and them guys, man. So, and then of course they're playing in the International Invitational today, and then Woody will also be playing in the Armed Forces tournament. So will Chris Barath, who you guys may remember we had on the show.
I'm surprised he wasn't in that invitational one. Well, that's purely because he's gone back stateside now.
Maybe he might not have been able to make it today. This roster may have been set weeks ago.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I mean, I think he's still like number 2 in the European rankings last time I checked.
Yeah. So, yeah, this week will be good for the ACL. I'm going to try to watch as much as possible. It'll be tough just because of time difference, but yeah, I will be trying to watch as much as possible. And then this weekend, I'll travel to Finland for the ACL Europe Finland Open.
Yep.
Obviously, it's not going to be a super stacked weekend. We will have Denny Mallon, Killian Mallon, and Sean Farrell over there. So there's still going to be good competition, no doubt. And Yanni, obviously, from Finland. That dude throws lights out right now. So, but I am hoping to make up some points and trying to get back into that top 100.
Yeah. Well, I did check earlier. I think, but I forgot the numbers because obviously now that all the UK results are in there, so I was just seeing where we all sort of are.
I think the last time I looked, I was at 157. Let's have
obviously
a
look. The top Englishmen or UK based players, obviously Liam. Then I think it was yourself,
Woody.
Oh, is he?
Hey, you got to count it. You got to count him on the UK side now.
He might still be down as Germany. I was just going through the list and not only stopping at seeing UK.
I believe he is still down as Germany because it hasn't updated yet.
Be
but
why
yeah,
I missed it then.
So right now,
me down to 4.
EJ moved into a tie for second place with Gavin. But yeah, so Woody is sitting at number. Oh, did he drop? He dropped some, I think. He must have dropped quite a bit, actually. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is Liam. God, if it is Liam, he's never going to let me live it down. He's just going to.
I know Liam's ahead of you.
Yeah. God, Sean's been to a couple of tournaments and he's already ahead of all of us.
What winning does for you.
That's right. Liam's 157. I'm 174. Now I gotta find where Woody is.
I'm just outside of the top 200, I think. I think I'm
209.
About 2.
Oh. You're 209.
Yeah. But then I'm not going to play again till Worlds, so.
Yeah, Woody is number 63.
Yeah, nice.
So, like I said, I'm hoping I can make up some points in Finland and kind of get back up there. I'm hoping then Liam has a good weekend when he goes to France in a few weeks to then get himself back up in the top 100 as well. But this year, our goal is it was kind of just a learning experience, getting used to playing with each other for doubles, and then
Yeah.
just do better every tournament, just improve on our last. And I think we've done that. So
I'd like to finish the season top 250 if I can. So
yeah, you just gotta have a good Worlds.
as it stands, I'm there. So I just need to not shit the bed in
Worlds is
Croatia.
Worlds is big points. So or
Yeah.
not Worlds, but European, so it's big points. So
Yeah.
that's kind of I'm hoping that too, man. I'm hoping I have good runs at in Croatia and hopefully, win a few matches here and there, get up in that tier 1 and win a match or two.
That's always the goal. Be tier 1. Unfortunately, other than UK, I've not done it yet.
No, I didn't. Well, I didn't do it in Germany, as we all know. So, or was it Italy? I don't remember. One of the two I did make tier 1. Fine, that I haven't made a tier 1. So it was pretty disappointing, but also very, kind of very humbling and just kind of put you, hey man, get your shit together.
Yeah.
But, and then in a few weeks' time, man. I don't know. Did you see the promo video?
Yeah.
Dude, the 108's looking good. That was a good promo video, man. Well done, UKCL. Very much looking forward to that. Very much.
Looking on the score hole, just at the registered, there's a few unrecognised names, so we'll get some new players. So that's good to see.
Right on.
Unknown factors as well, which is it could be the new Liam. Liam come in season 2, no one knew who he was, and then he just throws lights out that year. So we could have the next Liam McGrath. You never know.
We could. Could have the next Graham
No, there's only space for one, me.
kicking chairs over and
I was a good boy last weekend, the other weekend. Everything was safe. Although I very nearly did have one moment where with one shot, but unfortunately the bags didn't drop in, they just bunched in the hole. I think it was having the first game of doubles in bracket, me and Flo against Woody and Anthony. Like last bag, it's like if I made the collect, it had been done. Nothing Woody could have done would have saved the game. I'd have got the 1 point I needed. But as it was, it just the push was that little bit hard enough for the two bags to punch up, and there was like that much space for him to airmail into without dragging my bags. It was the only shot he had to stay alive in the game.
Huh?
But if it had made the push and won the game there and then, there might have been a chair slap-esque celebration, shall we say. You'd have definitely heard the let's go, put it 2 counties over, put it that way.
yeah.
Because I didn't have the best performance in the rounders in the doubles, so it'd have just been like it was last year, just that sense of relief more than anything of actually, I'm going to play well in a game in doubles.
Yeah.
Well, going back to ACL, so as we know, there's challenger brackets all this week. Had to get into the main bracket, so we'll go over the brackets. So we'll start with singles. So bracket A, your 1 seed's Jamie Graham there, and then the winner. Then you got Colin Powers and Levi Haddock. The winner of that will play Jamie Graham, and then the winner of that game gets. For me, this is the game of that bracket. Matt Garfield and Power playing each other. And then further down in the bracket, you got Tony Forbes, who will play one of the, as yet, undecided challengers, and that's to play Trey Birchfield. Then you got Cole Bashir, who will again play a challenger, and that's to play Gavin Cano in the bottom half of that bracket. So
That's
I think
bracket
it's
A.
yeah. So the 1 seed, and I'd probably put him as a favourite there, Jamie Graham, to come out of that one.
Sure. Although you can't ever count Trey Birchfield out, man.
Yeah, I mean he's the defending champ. Then obviously there's Matt Guy as well. You can never count him out, but I think Matt, if I had to put money on it, I'd probably go Jamie Graham in that one. I just can't see him losing that first game to the winner of Levi Haddock or Colin Powers.
Yeah,
So,
but
anything can happen.
Yeah. And I think old Matt Guy is gonna be trying to harness a bit of Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. And then bracket B, so your top half, Tony Smith's your 1 seed, and then he'll play the winner of Brett Guy and one of the challengers. And then with the winner of that, we'll play Ty Thompson or Alex Rawls. And then in your bottom half of the bracket, you've got JBJ and Gage Landis. And then you got Jackson Gore against another challenger, and that's to play Logan Chamberlain. So in the bracket semi-final, you could potentially have doubles partners in JBJ and Logan Chamberlain playing each other there. So that'll be interesting.
For sure.
But again, for me, 1 seed, he's the favourite. Tony
Yeah, I'm
Smith,
taking Tony.
Yeah.
I'm taking Tony on that one.
Your C bracket, so you've got Mark Richards is your 1 seed in that. And then Hunter Thornton's playing one of the challengers to play Mark. And then the winner of that will get the winner of Ethan Walker and Cass Chamness. And then your bottom half of the bracket, you've got Riker Wells playing one of the challengers, and the winner of that plays Sammy Soto. And then the winner of that game will play the winner of Derek Holland and Devon Harbaugh. So again, 1 seed and the favourite for me. Again, like
Yeah.
Mark Richards for bracket C there. And then bracket D, so Jay Rubin's your number 1 seed. So in the top half of the bracket, you've got Eric Davis playing one of the challengers to play Jay Rubin. And then the winner of that will play the winner of Spencer Fabianar and Zach Aitken. And then in your bottom half of the bracket, it's Colin Hodette playing one of the challengers with the right to play Austin Waxo. And then the winner of that will play the winner of Mason Traiter and Gabe Clausen. So Jay Rubin's the old man of the group. Jay Rubin and then a bunch of kids.
Yeah. That's a hard one to pick a winner out of, though.
That's the toughest one to pick. I would say go Jay Rubin, but he had a car accident not too long ago. So it's how was he feeling after that?
Yeah. Plus, don't you still have Eric Davis on your fantasy team?
No, I dropped him for Jeremiah Ellis, who is one of the names who's going to have to win his way in. There's a fair few players who aren't in there. I've got to play in. So you got Jeremiah Ellis, obviously last year's player of the season ever. And then JT, Jacob Trzynski, he's got to make his way in there.
I know, he's one of my guys.
AJ Sims, another top player, got playing. And then he was one of the top players earlier on in the season after the first few opens. Ryan Traiter's got to play his way in as well.
Yeah. That doesn't surprise me as much, though.
Not so much now, but at the start of the season, there was an argument of, is he the best player in the world right now after the first few? But then the season's not only a few weeks long, it's months and months long. So And then we get into doubles. So bracket A for your doubles, your number 1 seed, Mark Richards and Tony Smith. And they'll play the winner of Jimmy Humans and Ian Cripps versus Hunter Thorne and Hunter Thornton. And then bottom half of the bracket, Austin Waxo and Quinn Reeves have to play one of the challengers, and that's to play Matt and Brett Guy.
Yeah.
So, as good as the guys are, and as much as I love Jimmy Humans, I don't see any team other than Mark and Tony coming out of that.
No, and it sucks because I would love to see Jimmy and
Oh, I would. I'd love to see that, but
Jimmy and Ian coming out of that, upsetting them would be fucking epic.
Or even Hunter Thorne, because obviously we've hung out with him 2 European Championships in a row. But
how epic would it be for any one of them teams to upset Mark and Tony and come out of that bracket and not be Mark and Tony?
Yeah,
that'd be nuts.
It would be a shock, but I just don't see any other team other than them progressing from that. Yeah.
But I don't see any other team beating JT and Jamie Graham out of their bracket.
Well, that's bracket B, funnily enough. So, as you just mentioned, JT and Jamie Graham, they're your 1 seed. And they'll play the winner of Jay Rubin and Ryan Traiter versus Mason Traiter and Cass Chandler. So, brothers going at it there. And then in your lower half of the bracket, you got Derek Holland and Alex Rawls who'll play the challenger team. And that's to play AJ Sims and Braden Wilson. But again, like you said, I don't see anyone beating Jamie Graham and Jacob Trzynski.
Yeah, I just don't.
But for me, that's the final. Mark Richards, Tony Smith versus them 2.
Yeah, I could see that.
I mean, it could go wrong for somebody, but if I put money on it, that's the final.
But I think that's the final everybody wants to see.
Yeah, your best 2 teams going at it.
Yeah, like I want to see number 1 and number 2 in the rankings right now to make it to the finals on the broadcast court.
Yeah.
Like that's who I want to see. Although I secretly do kind of want Trey and Adam to play in and then just start mowing fucking people down.
Well, I've still got them in my fantasy, so I'd love that to happen. But bracket C, so your 1 seed is JBJ and Logan Chamberlain, and they'll play the winner of Stephen Bernasette and Philip Lopez Jr. versus Frank Verona and Riker Wells. And then you got Matt Wilson and Colby Shearer will play your challenge team, and that's to play Jeremiah Ellis and Devon Harbaugh. Now, this one's one where it's not as clear cut for me. Like Devon and Jeremiah have made a few bracket finals and got to the final 4 in the last few, so they could do it again.
Yeah, I'm picking them.
Yeah,
for that bracket.
Yeah, so and then your bracket D, you got Sammy Soto and Gavin Cano, your 1 seed. And they're going to play the winner of Jeremiah Hector and Zach Aitken, who play Eddie Grindersleeve and Dylan Turpin. And then you got Cody Henderson and Ethan Walker will play your challenge team, and that's for the right to play Cheyenne and Jordan. And again, that's not as a clear-cut one again for me. In fact, I'd put my money in probably Cheyenne and Jordan on recent form for me there. But it's one of them, coin flip. Could go either way.
Yep. Yeah, it'll be tough. It'll be fun to watch for sure.
Then I tried to get brackets for the other events, so like all the other singles, your women's, junior, seniors, but it says they're up yet, but I wasn't able to click in to find the information on the app yet. So,
okay.
But we know who we're cheering for in women's doubles anyway.
We sure do.
Yeah.
Let's see what I got.
Last time I checked, it was a bit more awkward.
So I have women's pro singles. Nope. All right, let me see. Caitlin Knowles, pro singles A, Caitlin Knowles house. Waiting on Candice DeGidio and the challenge player.
Yeah.
Linda Ford, and then Isabella Serpent, Miranda Coy and Brittany Etheridge, Katie Matthews and Maylin Dela Cruz. So that's A. I don't let's see if I can pull up a B bracket.
I think it's an awkward one where it's the easiest way to find
Sarah
it.
Cassidy, waiting on the winner of Mary Theo and a challenger player. Then it'll be Dawn Fay and Dia Lee, Peyton Haynes and Allison Springer, Kara Peterson and Cameron Belvin. Let's see if I can get a C bracket up. C bracket will be Cheyenne Bumenheim, waiting on Kimberly Jenkins and a challenge player. And then it will be Haley Hunter and Deborah Odom, which that's going to be just a really good match.
Yeah.
And then Rosie Streaker and our girl Lori Dool. So I'll be pulling for Lori on that for sure. Yeah. Even though I dropped her, but and then Jackie Sayson and Riley Schaff. So we'll see how that plays out. And then I don't know if I have. Let me see if I have any.
That's a bit of a tough bracket, actually. That because
yeah, it's a real tough.
Cheyenne's not won one for a while, but we know she turns it on when she gets to Worlds. But Riley Schaff's been playing really well, so that could be a really tough bracket for Cheyenne.
Yeah, I don't have anybody on my list that is in bracket D, so that's going to be a difficult one to find. I do have Miranda and Lori are going to be in bracket B for doubles, and they are your number one seed in that bracket. They are going to be waiting on the winners of both teams will come out of the challenger bracket. And then Allison Springer, Katie Bartel, Maylin Dela Cruz, and Dia Lee. So, and then I don't, let's see what Cheyenne, I have Cheyenne on my favorites. I also have Sarah Cassidy. Let's see what she's got.
I found the women's D bracket, by the way.
Sarah Cassidy has bracket A. So let me look at that real quick. So obviously Sarah Cassidy and Elizabeth Tennyson is waiting on challengers. And then Deborah Odom and Isabella Serpent against Kirsten Leos and Dawn Fay. UFC?
I found D, yeah. So Elizabeth Tennyson's your one seed there. So she's waiting on the winner of Desiree McCoy and the challenger. And then you got Yasmin Privet and Kirsten Laus. And then bottom half bracket, Gina Ramirez and Katie Bartel. And then Lexi Hugeback and Sam Finley.
Oh, nice. That's a tough bracket. That's a pretty tough bracket in and of itself.
Yeah.
All right. So I have bracket C for doubles. Rosie Streaker and Samantha Finley playing Kimberly Jenkins and Linda Ford. And then Maddie McBride, Lexi Hugeback playing Caitlin Olshouse and Riley Schaff. Honestly, man, my money in that bracket, I have to say, would be on Riley and Caitlin Olshouse.
Yeah.
Although Rosie and Samantha are fucking phenomenal players. But I put my money on the youth in that one. And then that means, where is it? Is there only three? Oh, I guess there's only three brackets. Hold on. Oh, no, here's bracket D. Nope, that's just bracket D for doubles main bracket. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Women's bracket D. My apologies. So Cheyenne Bubenheim, Gina Ramirez against Brittany Etheridge and Candice DeGeo, and Katie Matthews and Peyton Haynes versus Cameron Belvin and Kaylee Hunter. So I imagine I can't see anybody. I don't see anybody taking down that bracket other than Cheyenne and Gina probably. So should be interesting though.
Yeah, sure.
Now, what do you got for seniors, bud?
All right, so start off with the man I always pick, Damon Dennis. So he's in bracket A, so he's waiting on the challenge players. So you've got two challenge players who play each other there for the right to play Damon. And then you got Dan McDonald versus Scott Benner, Robbie Davis versus Darren Pleitcher, and Mike Wright and Jeff Reynolds. So I don't see anybody but Damon winning that.
Yep.
We'd have to try and find some but the others. So
I got bracket G with Frank Modlin.
Adam.
So Donald Cup is your number one seed. Waiting on the winner of Robert Olszak and challenge player. And then Stacey Campbell against Frank Modlin, Lee Tibbs and Brent Dickery, and Jerry Lockwood and Dan Glogowski. So I as much as I like Frank, I'm pretty sure that's going to be a Donald Cup win.
Yeah.
I just don't see him getting beat. Let me go down here and
I've got bracket B here now. So try and find C. So we've got Steve Schroeder who will be playing the winner of Brian PD versus one of the challenge players. Then you got Andy Phillips versus Brad Kraft, Eric Cooper versus Ralph Swan, and Steve Delacoe versus Terry Mathis. And nobody but Steve Schroeder in that bracket for me.
yeah, I agree.
I mean, like we said earlier with the doubles, like you want and two. We want Steve Schroeder versus Damon Dennis for that home
100%.
championship there.
But I want my final four to probably be Steve, Damon, and Frank. And then probably, I don't know, because I don't know who. I'll have to look at bracket C. Do you have bracket C?
Yeah, so Dan Shelton's your one seed in there, and he'll play the winner of JP Plunkett versus Challenger. Then you got Ron Kurgle and Chucky Love. And Ricky Duthry versus Gerald Erdry, and then Passem versus Mike Clayton. So that's a bit of a tough one to call, really, I think. I'd probably put it between Passem and Dan Shelton in that one.
Yeah.
And I think the only reason Passem's seeded as low as what he is he's not played in as many signatures as some of the other seniors. But yeah, they're me two for that bracket, I'd say. And then doubles. We done any of the senior? Did you do any of the senior doubles while we were looking or not? No.
No, but I can. I haven't looked. Let's go. I got senior pro doubles bracket A right here.
Yep.
With Frank and Damon waiting on challengers, and then Mike Wright, Scott Benner, and Brent Dickery and Gerald Guidry. Then Steve Schroeder. Let's see what bracket he's in. Because I just pulled this up on like my favorites. Steve and Jerry versus Fresh Scott and Ricky Jernigan against challengers. And then Robbie Davis, Lee Hibbs, Andy Phillips, and Ricky Duffy. So I still say Steve and Jerry out of that one.
Yeah. And I found C. So you've got Donald Cupp and Dan Shelton versus Brian Arnett and Robert Olzak, and then Jeff Reynolds and Dan Glukowski versus Eric Cuppert and Benjamin Frederick. So I'm going to go Jeff Reynolds and Dan Glukowski on that one, I think.
Yeah. Bear with me.
Yep.
Bear with me.
D. And bracket D. Seniors. So bracket D, we'll have Brad Kraft and Mark Clayton versus Steve Delacole and Darwin Pilcher, and then Terry Mathis and Pat Sem versus Chucky Love and Ron Kurgle. I think whoever wins that game is your winner of that bracket.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. I've just done the last bracket.
Kate came in and I had to chat with her for a minute.
No, you're good. It's not us without a technical difficulty or something. We never run smooth.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm still waiting for this to fall off behind me, yeah?
Of course, now my dog's like riled up. She gets super excited. She's like,
Your dog's ace.
she's a nutter, man.
That's why she's ace. And then juniors. Oh. Need to find a junior. That's in bracket A. It's a pain in the backside because this wasn't there before. When I looked properly, couldn't see anything.
Let me see if I can pull up any juniors.
Well, I've got B bracket.
I got C bracket right here with Cash. Zach Aiken is your number one seed. Waiting on the winner of Brody Smith and a challenger. Jace Fleischer and Jay Nellis. Cameron D'Ambrosio, Zane Kratz, and David Phillips and Cash Chamness. That was bracket C. Let's see if we can find.
I've got B here, so I'll go with that. So Tony Forbes is your one seed. And he'll play Chase White or the challenger. Then you got Asher Plummer versus Braden Wilson. Chase Webb versus Anthony Eastridge. And then Logan Haskin versus Sammy Soto. So between Sammy and Tony Forbes, that's the bracket final for me. That's a tough one to call because they've had plenty of back and forths this season. Them two.
I think I would take Sammy Soto though. So I have bracket D. I have Jackson Gore waiting on the winner of Donovan Vasquez and a challenge player. Hunter Tomasi and Hayden Gonzalez, Ethan Farias and Levi Haddock, and Cannon Hatcher and Ryan Trader. I personally, as much as I want it to be Ryan Trader, I think it's probably finals probably going to be Jackson against either Ethan Farias or Levi Haddock. If I had to pick.
And then I found bracket A. So Gabriel Clausen will play the winner of the two challenges coming in, and then Bryce Forbes versus Logan Dupler, Mason Trader versus Dylan Young, Lucky Lloyd versus Jacob Gore. So it's a good bracket. If Logan Dupler can find the form he had earlier on in the season, challenging, but I think that's Gabriel Clausen's bracket to lose there, myself.
I agree.
Doubles. Junior doubles A bracket. Got Sammy Soto and Ryan Trader. They'll play the winner of the Challengers. And then your bottom half of the bracket, Tony Forbes and Zane Crofts versus Anthony Eastridge and Jaden Ellis. Sammy and Ryan.
Yep.
I don't think that one's too difficult to. Then that's a double C. And we need a doubles. I'll find a doubles B bracket. Just go over the other ones while I've got them up. So there's a bit of a haphazard order, but sorry. So bracket D, you've got Bryce Forbes and Levi Haddock versus Challenger team, and then Liverpool, Delgado and Adrian Larson versus the Gore brothers. So I think I'm picking the Gore brothers in that bracket.
Yeah.
Bracket C, and then try and find bracket B. So you got Braden Wilson and Cash Chandler's playing Challengers, and then it's Asher Plummer and Chase Fleischer versus Zach Aitken and Logan Dupla. That one's not as easy to call. I think your final there is Braden and Cash versus Zach and Logan.
Yeah.
But that one for me is a coin flip. It's a little tougher to call that. And then we just need to find bracket. B and doubles. And it's not loading that. Oh, there we go. Then you got Ethan Ferrius and Gabe Clausen will play the winner of 2 challenges. And then Logan Haskin and Chase Webb play Ian Cripps and Cameron D'Ambrosia. So I'd say Ethan Ferrius and Gabe Clausen on that one.
Yeah. Yeah. Junior doubles, though, man, it's such a all season, man. We've seen it just kind of go any which way.
Yeah.
So
it's not been dominated by anyone like the main doubles has.
Right.
But it's Worlds. Anything can happen at Worlds.
100%.
As well. Like, so we've made all these predictions, and then teams could all go out, be 2 and done for all we know.
That is a fact.
Other than that, you got anything else going on?
No, man. Just getting ready for Finland this weekend. That's about it.
Oh, practice night tomorrow.
Yep. I'm debating whether I'm going to throw or not, man. My elbow's been really hurting lately, so I may give it a rest. But we'll see. I have a hard time not throwing when I get in the building.
Yeah, I've been itching to throw again since the UK Open. So that just for me proved what throwing more and practicing can do for me. Like how much better I threw with playing more. Like once every other month, with the occasional practice night thrown in is not enough.
Yeah.
So I need to be more consistent with getting these practices nights in and that. So I've got a work meal tomorrow. So I think Wednesday, the Snipers might get a visitor.
Good.
We're still waiting for Manchester. I believe it's next Wednesday. is the first Wednesday night. So
good, man.
So hopefully that'll be easier to get to than what it was on a Friday.
I definitely want to put it out there too, man. With Corn on the Pod, good podcast last week with Daniel on it. That was a good listen. And then well done Charge, man, getting their name out there in ACL Worlds. They got everybody rocking a shirt out there, man. Good for them. Super stoked for them guys. Hopefully that'll get their name and brand out there.
Well, speaking of brands,
yeah, I don't.
Slicky Baggers.
Unfortunately, I don't have any Slicky on today. I got something around here. Well, no, because I sat down. I just sat down with what I had on.
There we are. Yeah.
Slicky Baggers. I got some stickers here. There you go.
Make it rain stickers. Yeah. We don't always need to be wearing the merch for them to know we love them.
No, I actually had my Slicky hat on earlier, and then I don't know why I changed it. So.
Yeah, code JustB10 for 10% off, remember.
And then look out for some big news coming our way over the next few weeks. I ain't gonna give too much away, but there's some big news coming from a couple different people. So we'll see how it plays out. Couple things that I know that are being worked on, and we're gonna see how it happens.
Yeah.
But it could be very exciting.
Definitely. 100%.
I forgot how to undo a sticker, apparently. Well, I figure since I'm here, I might as well add it to the old cup.
Yeah, I've got to replace one of the stickers on my one. Like, it started wearing a bit, so take it off and put a fresh one on. One of me Ducks ones. Just because of where it is, it was constantly getting wear and tear, and always getting held. Like,
yeah,
hold the tumbler. So I've still got about 3 of them left. So just time for a fresh one on there.
Nice. Well, I don't have much else, man.
No, other than just looking forward to this week of plenty of great cornhole action to watch.
Yeah, I'll try to go live as much as possible this weekend. I'm playing doubles with Zdinka, and I know she likes to go live a lot. So what I may end up having, just having her tag the podcast page in her live feed so that.
Yeah. Oh, so does this mean she's going to be wanting to do that Just Board It game like you never got to have?
Well,
there's more. I think there's more pressure on that because last time you were in the lead, whereas I'm in the lead now.
Yeah. You're up what? 4-3 now.
4-3. Yeah.
I'll get it back.
With the 108.
You get to hold it for You get to hold it for 3 more weeks, bud.
I'm fine with that. To be fair, going into Croatia at a tie, I'll be happy with that. That's why I just needed to win the other weekend. It's like, because if I lose that and then if I lose the season opener, that's it. It's done. I just made sure I got that win out the way, and then the worst that can be going into Croatia's tied, which is kind of what I want because then there's more on the line there. It makes it more interesting.
See, I almost thought about playing for it at the 108, but that counting towards the new season.
But we never really established what the season is, so it's sort of like, are we going with the ACL season or the UKCL season?
We always done it that way because Worlds was a little sooner, and then we didn't start until after or European.
Yeah, I think it was Q2. 2 was the first one, wasn't it? Because we didn't play each other at Q1.
Yeah.
Oh. Unless we just keep it going and it's just never ending. But maybe we just update the trophy.
Yeah, we can see. We'll figure it out.
So we'll keep the record going. But Croatia, if we're tired going into Croatia, the trophy's on the line for keeps. Permanent keeps.
Yep.
We'll figure. Like I say, we'll figure something out.
I
know that come Croatia, we'll probably have another doubles challenge match with the ladies.
the queens of the podcast.
Yeah.
All right, man. In the meantime, I'm Josh.
I'm Graham. Remember,
just board it.
Just board it. Laters.
Peace out, brother.
Hey.